3 stories, 3 days, all fails.
It's just 2 fence posts up in those fir trees. Okay, what happened?
Well, that's a simplistic way to look at it. I don't think they're really all fails, but it's 3 stories that I learned something from. All of them were either disastrous or, if not disastrous, they were a good learning experience.
Without being born.
Choo-choo.
Okay, story number 1, Art milking the cow alone. Brianna actually sent me down to the farm to milk the cow. We were out of milk in the fridge, so I separated the steer the night before, but I didn't separate Texas, the little bull calf. So when it came to milk the next morning, I found that Alice's udder was actually not very full.
Alright, girlie.
Now, that's okay, but the troubles didn't end there. First of all, the cow was filthy. Second of all, she did not want to get in the milking stand. She's new to getting back to milking, just like we are. And I'll tell you what, if she's out of milking shape and out of practice getting into it, I'm definitely out of milking shape and out of practice. So I actually got her into the stanchion, but it took forever. And when I finally got her in, it took me so long to get her udder clean because she was filthy. She laid down and pooped somewhere out in the pasture or possibly in the back barn. It took me much longer than normal to get her in the stanchion and to get her clean. So I had to milk really carefully, keep a hand on the bucket, milk with one hand, and I really only had 1/4 that had much milk in it. I milked and milked and milked. I got a bunch of milk, and then guess what? She kicks the bucket. You know what they say, don't cry over spilt milk. So I didn't cry, I didn't get angry, I didn't punish her. I walked away. I walked off. I took a little walk myself, for me. So what did I do? Actually calmed down, came back, washed my bucket, kept her in the milking stand, and I kept milking. Guess what, Mommy? When you kick the bucket, that doesn't get you out of milking. She's just impatient and I guess out of practice. And I'm probably moving too slow. But hey, guess what? When you kick the bucket, I keep milking. That's what happens. Did you hear me get angry? No, not really. I walked off. Yep, we're gonna keep milking. You sit tight. Alright, Okay, so what did I learn from this experience? I learned that the cow's out of shape in milking, I'm out of shape. I need to get her, the nights before I milk, I need to make sure she's not laying in poop. Probably separate her in the upper part of the pasture. And I also learned I really needed to separate Texas, the calf, because he's drinking a lot more milk than I thought, because she had very little milk in her udder. Also, I just need to be patient with myself and with the cow and not worry about it if stuff like this happens in our first couple weeks getting back to milking with her. Hey guys, a quick announcement. Yesterday, if you missed it, we launched a giveaway for Harken Home's newest products. Harken Home is a little brand my brothers and I started to provide really nice home items for sale. And our two items that are currently available for a giveaway are a beautiful macrame placemat and some small birdhouse Christmas decorations / ornaments. They're both available for a giveaway right now. The giveaway closes on December 7th, and then on December 8th, the macrame placemats will be available on Amazon, which is exciting for us because it's our first Amazon product. We've never done this before. And the little birdhouses, the ones that remain, there's not that many of them, will be for sale on our website. There's instructions below this video if you want to enter in the giveaway, and it shuts down on December 7th. My brothers got a shipment of all of our macrame placemats, and they have been working feverishly to inspect all of them. We wanted to actually inspect them ourselves on this first run to make sure that we're not sending out faulty product. And they've been preparing them and then getting them off to an Amazon warehouse. So thanks so much to my brothers for all that hard work on this partnership. Story number 2, hunting on my birthday. On my birthday, I took my daughter Grace hunting. I wanted her to be able to complete this experience. She has shot deer and lost them during archery season. I've been working with her with my rifle. She's a very good shot. So I went with her to a blind in the woods to see if she could get her first deer and actually bring it down the mountain. Alright guys, taking my daughter back to the woods for another hunting day. We've got a good early start. We should have a full hour before it's light enough to shoot once we hit the blind up there. I'm just hoping honestly she can shoot a buck today. Pretty excited. Are you excited? Let's do it now. Hey Gracie. I'm pretty sure that that's new on that tree right there. You see that's great. That rough. I'm pretty sure that's fresh.
think we'll need those, but we might later on. Alright, so we've got 1 hour to sit until it's light, about 1 hour. And then we'll hopefully see some stuff come in. We're right in the middle of rut in North Carolina, so those bucks will have a lot else on their mind. It's their breeding season. And it's short, and it's intense for those bucks. A lot of times they don't even eat through it. So hopefully we'll just get some does moving through here and see some bucks chasing them. But doe season's over, so we can only shoot a buck today with antlers. Alright, it's lights out time. And waiting time.
It was actually a really nice hunt. The challenge is it was very cold, and this is something you'll only understand if you have hunted, because this morning it was 25 degrees Fahrenheit, just what's that, just below 0 degrees Celsius, a little below freezing, and that's not that cold for me. If I have a jacket on, if I have 2 layers of pants on, or like long johns, which I did, I'll go out in that weather and do anything. But when you're hunting, you do a short walk usually. You get really nice and warm. Sometimes you sweat a little bit if you're not careful. Then you get to your hunting spot and you sit perfectly still and you freeze to death. And the coldest I've ever got was sitting and hunting. You freeze, freeze, freeze. I come down from hunting often stumbling cold, no matter how much I wear. This morning we did bring blankets, and Grace and I ended up cuddled together, wrapped up. She was tired. She hadn't slept that much because we got up really early to get out in the blind. So she kept falling asleep on my shoulder. Nothing wrong with any of that, except we really didn't have enough blankets for her. I was freezing cold, but I've done this many, many times, but she was ready to get out of there at about 8:30 or 9, and so we kind of ditched the hunt. We'd only seen some does up high. So we snuck out of there, and the hunt for that day was shorter than we thought it would be, and it was over. I can't really say I learned very much from this experience, except maybe if I'm going to take my 12-year-old hunting for a whole morning, that I should just pick a morning that's not quite so chilly. Okay, so story number 3, day number 3. This one was really the only one that kind of felt disastrous.
I'm looking up on the mountaintop on my neighbor's land. I think it's a big buck sitting up there. It's hard to see. I can't hunt up there, because anything that's sleeping up there will be trafficked through my property later. Hey Justice, bring me those binoculars. Bring me those. It's just 2 fence posts up in those fir trees.
What are you doing? In the kitty cat cage.
Why are you in the kitty cat cage with Kitty?
Because she doesn't want to be alone in here.
Okay, well that's not where she lives. Are you just trying to pet her?
No.
Okay.
I'm trapping her in here.
Okay, well let's feed her and let her out, buddy. Okay, what happened?
The cat got the pigeon
The
killed.
cat got a pigeon.
Yeah.
Not cool. It was kind of a disaster there for a minute, right?
Yeah.
They're
all out.
We all went down to talk to the neighbor. You had let them out to fly some.
Yeah.
They ended up on the ground instead of flying.
And it's possible that water let it out.
You had the cat locked up, and then the cat was out. It either escaped, which I don't know if it really could have the way you had it, or
Water let it out.
Wilder let it out.
He said he did, but you think that
I think it might have escaped, and he thinks he let it out.
It seemed like everything went wrong at the same time. Bree was feeling really under the weather. She was at home in bed, really sore throat, swollen lymph nodes, just feeling terrible. So I took all the kids down the hill in the morning. I forgot Joyful had a tutoring appointment. Completely missed that. I got that text. I was like, oh no, we missed her tutoring appointment. My friend came down the hill from hunting. That was great to see him. My neighbor came over and actually gave us a gift, a thank you gift, because I helped fix her toilet. I didn't do much, but she was very generous. And right in the middle of that, Grace had let the pigeons out, and Wilder either let the cat out or the cat escaped from where it was locked up. The cat instantly pounced on a pigeon that had flown down to the ground and landed. After flying around, tore the pigeon to shreds just in seconds. Cats are hunters, and so here's kind of the aftermath of that moment.
So currently 3 pigeons on the roof, 1 pigeon in here. Alright, the other pigeon is right here, and guess what? The cat's eating it. You might think it's kind of a weird decision to let the cat eat it, but I'm going to tell you the rationale for letting the cat eat the pigeon, okay? Here's the rationale. This cat is a hunter. We do feed her. We don't feed her much. She kills rats, sometimes kills birds. She's killed a ton of voles. What else has she killed? Mice. She's killed multiple rats.
She almost got she hunts squirrels.
She'll go hunt squirrels sometimes. And if she's out and a pigeon's on the ground, she's a hunter, she's gonna kill it. Okay, long story short, this cat is gonna be a hunter no matter what. We said from the start, like, the cat's not getting punished for killing a pigeon. You can't punish a cat for killing a pigeon. You cannot punish a cat for being a hunter. That's who she is. And it's not like giving her the pigeon means she's gonna hunt more pigeons. Guess what? She sits outside the pigeon cage half of every day and sits and watches them. That's never gonna change. What do you think? Gross?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It is gross.
Oh man. That was Grace's favorite pigeon. It was the initial male pigeon we got. It was our initial breeder. We have plenty of pigeons left. We have male pigeons. We could breed them back. We could breed them to each other, breed them back to the mother, or we could get another female. But it was just very frustrating and very sad. And we really endeavored hard to not punish Wilder or the cat, because Wilder's acting as a 3-year-old acts. I'm not sure if he let it out. I think he did. He loves playing with that cat. And I think while we were distracted by the neighbor, he kind of walked into the barn and opened that cage up, not understanding all the consequences. Additionally, the cat, you can't punish a cat for being a hunter. Cats are hunters. They always will be hunters. So really, honestly, just learning from this experience is if the pigeons are out and there's a risk that they're going to be on the ground, we have to make sure the cat is completely secured. It is possible that she squeezed out on her own. I don't think she did though. She was in an animal crate. So that's story number 3. That was really the one that was harder to swallow. On top of all that, to add to the feeling of disaster at that moment, a hawk swooped in right after the cat killed a pigeon and tried to take out the pigeons. Didn't, but chased one of them away. Fortunately, all the pigeons returned to the loft except the one that was dead by yesterday evening. So there's 4 pigeons alive and healthy in the loft. But not without some stress on everybody. All right guys, so there you go. There's 3 stories from 3 days. You can decide if they're all fails. The last one definitely feels like a big fail. The other 2 I learned from, but they were kind of more like a day in the life, and largely good experiences for everyone. All right guys, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.